Your Harvard Business Review article, Building the Emotional Intelligence of Groups, was written a little while ago. Is there
Yeah,
anything that you would change or update if you were writing that article today? Are there...
absolutely. And that was what the book was about. So we did a lot more research after that. One of
Mm,
the brilliant things about publishing an article in the Harvard Business Review is it's so widely read that we
yeah,
get a lot of calls from people saying, "Hey, would you like to study our teams?"
love
Or,
that.
tell us. And so we went in and did a lot more research after that. And so we dropped some of the norms, we changed some of the norms. Some things came in higher up as more important, some things, just statistically were reduced. And we created a survey that then we were able to use because we were able to test that in a whole bunch of different organizations. But mostly what we did was we two things. We changed the labels to make them a little friendlier, to better
Yeah,
fit what we were really seeing, so that it sounded less academic. And we learned how to apply them. What were the nuances of these norms were that mattered most. The thing I learned the most from going out into the world was the relevance of feeling like you belong. When I came away from working with these teams, I couldn't believe how well the model worked. And I realized, so for example, coming back to this team that I was just describing, that was initially not getting along well because everybody had different competencies. Everybody saw the world differently, right? And everyone was judgmental about who should be in and who shouldn't be in, who
right.
was in, who wasn't. And whoever the leader would attend to the most would feel like they were the star and then others weren't. And bringing the norms in allowed everyone to feel like they mattered. It really, because building a sense of belonging is not necessarily about the leader's relationship with the individuals. It's about the team members' relationships with one another. So you can't force your way into belonging. If you don't
Interesting.
feel respected, if you don't feel like you're being treated like you add value, you can't come in there and say, "Hey, Matthew, why don't you value me? You
Yeah,
should." You have to be invited in.
yeah.
And so when the norms do that automatically and provide feedback at the same time, it increases people's sense of belonging.